Hello, my friends. My name is Raymond. I would like to make some comments on the recent developments on the Michael Brown case in Missouri. I throw a plug in for my book here, One Makes Lemonade. I wrote a short novel in English called One Makes Lemonade. I also wrote a car buying guide, used car buying guide called How to Not Get Screwed When Buying a Used Car. How to Not Get Screwed When Buying a Used Car. They're both in Amazon and for Kindle and stuff like that. The problem I have with anything coming out of the police's mouth is that, that lacks credibility. And they have released information very conveniently, and most of the time it has been lies. First lie, and that Michael Brown was a suspect in a robbery. That's a lie. That was a blatant, nasty lie that they used to somehow justify the shooting of an unarmed person with their hands up, which about 4 or 5 witnesses, people keep, there are people on video shouting at the police. Why did you shoot him? He had his hands up. Okay, so this, the credibility of anything that comes out of the police's mouth or their press releases or anything is tainted. Now they're coming out with toxicology reports saying that Mike Brown had cannabis or THC in his system. Okay, so what's the problem with that? Teenager who smokes weed. Woo. How dangerous. Okay. This is the problem. The problem is that you can extrapolate to say that you have THC in your system and lend that to mean that you're a violent person who goes around beating people up or trying to rob people or trying to disarm police officers or what have you. I don't know about you, but back in the day when I was younger and I smoked weed, all I did was laugh, and we ate, we laughed, we played, I don't know, whatever we played, the card games or watch TV, and it was great for having sex. It calms you down, So they prey on ignorance. These people when they release things like that, they're releasing because there's this misconception that people who use drugs of any kind are dangerous and are crazy. The same mentality that made marijuana illegal, which was through the movie Reefer Madness, which portrayed people who smoke marijuana as murderous, crazed psychopaths. Okay, which those descriptions fit a lot of the police departments and a lot of the police officers nowadays in this country. It's become a police state, and they have so many police out of control. The videos are all over the place of them doing horrendous things to people in custody. There's tasing. They just tased the guy the other day, a doctor. They tased him so many times they killed them. There's this guy this police officer, he murdered a former mayor in one of the southern states, and the state settled with this guy for like $100 million. That money comes from the people, so these people are costing a lot of money. This crazed so-called police officer, these guys are goons with a badge. So we need a very serious revamping and investigation of the police departments across this nation, and instead of just them being complicit, a bunch of gangsters protected by the state attorney's offices, all over the place. Because here's the deal: all they get is administrative leave with paid. They basically get a vacation until the case is solved. It could be years, a couple of years. There's people making money getting, and then you got the right wing, closeted racist people. Now here's another one. Oh, it's not about race, really? Because I don't see these people going into suburbia, into upper middle class neighborhoods doing this crap. It's selective enforcement. They go into poor neighborhoods and they just harass the crap out of people and arrest them and throw them in jail so that the jails remain full and the corrections corporations of America can remain, profitable. I mean, they're overpopulated our prisons by 40% in this country. So the fallacy that there is no racism is laughable. Now, you hear some people on the right saying, oh, they need to stop to get over it, and racism is over and slavery is over. That's so. If you read and if you live in a neighborhood that's black, Puerto Rican, or it's just white that's really poor, we have the same treatment as Nazi Germany did to the Jewish. You get stopped and frisked, and just ask New Yorkers for no reason. You get first of all, the police can lie to you constantly. They pull you over. They have the Supreme Court's blessing to lie to you, but you can't lie to them. When you tell them something, so you're better off not talking to them. So this thing, what I would like to see also is have police officers, all of them, have random drug testing for police officers in all jurisdictions in the United States. After all, these people have have special powers, because when it comes to the Constitution, a lot of this they just do whatever they want, and like I said, they just get paid leave, administrative leave, and most of the time nothing happens to them. And correctional officers, this guy just raped I don't know how many women, and had a drug ring running in a female women's prison, and all he got was 7 years probation. I mean, it's disgusting, the disparity and the double standard when it comes to applying the law to law enforcement officers. So, and I do generalize, because I've yet to see one police officer arresting another police officer while the other police officer is beating the crap out of somebody on the ground. When they're handcuffed, or somebody who's obviously defenseless, and they're saying, well, they kept moving. I don't know of any human being that's getting punched in the face that's not going to try to defend themselves. And then they sick their dogs on people, like Nazi Germany sick dogs on Jewish people and all this stuff. And they say, well, he kept moving. Of course, let me just put a dog to bite on your leg, see if you don't move. Let's see if you not move when an animal's biting on your legs, trying to kill you. The animal is actually trying to kill you. Okay, so I think they should charge, first of all, these people with assault or attempted murder for letting a dog loose on a human being. Without the person having been convicted. So. But we have to, start applying the laws to them also, not just because they have a uniform and a badge, just let them do whatever the hell they want, especially to dark-skinned people like me. So, the other thing is, thank you. The other thing is, if you're gonna do drug tests, do it to the officer. Where's the toxicology report on Darren Wilson or any of these officers? You never hear them. A lot of these guys, you see them out there on the street, they're pumped up, they look like bodybuilders, and I'm wondering if these guys are having problems with steroid use and so-called steroid rage that's purportedly affecting people who use steroids. So we have a lot of questions, and we need to stop just swallowing the standard that they're pushing on us. I remember Tupac Shakur. He said, one of his quotes, I'm paraphrasing, was that this country was built by gangs, and it was run by gangs, still run by gangs. The Democrats are a gang, the Republicans are a gang, and the police are a gang. And if you think about it, these people are a gang. These people are a taxpayer-funded gang, and their main purpose nowadays is not mainly to protect and serve, but is to extort money from the population. Not only do we pay them, now we have to get extorted, be extorted by them. Call them road bandits. They issue tickets left and right. The fucking motorcycle cop pulls you over and gives you a ticket for not using your seatbelt. Yet he is on a motorcycle that has no fucking seatbelt. Really? Where's your ticket? So the double standard, we need to stand up to these people, non-violently, because if you go violent on them, they'll say, you see, that's why we need the military equipment in the streets, the 40mm grenade launcher, to give a ticket to Mrs. Smith because she was going 42 on a 40 mile per hour zone. So before you go into this, told you about the police and the so-called new developments on the Michael Brown case. Ask yourself, can these people be trusted? The question is blatantly answered with a no. I don't trust the police. I never have, and I never will. So be careful out there. Educate yourself with the law, and don't talk to police without an attorney.